you ready to do this?
You always ask me that. Time will tell.
Well, good, because we're recording. So. Welcome back once again to the Project Gen X podcast. I am one of your hosts, Alan Smith, along with...
I'm the other guy, Big Dave.
And in our back-to-back music playlist episodes, this time we're going to do something completely different. I know, I really kind of threw you on this one.
Because you went, okay, we need to come up with a playlist for our skate rink arcade songs. And I was like, that's two different playlists.
Okay, yes and no, and I'll tell you why.
Oh, there's some overlap.
There's some serious overlap because I do associate a lot of arcade, like playing a lot of arcade games with the skating rink.
No, I fully agree with
yes.
that because the majority of my video game playing was at a skating rink.
Right.
But later on, when we were moved to a different town, we had a standalone arcade.
Right,
and
that was different.
And that was a completely different playlist.
And that was a different. And I get that.
And that was the difference between skating rink in Kentucky,
right,
and mall arcade in Illinois.
Okay, I get that. Well, I have a list, and I've. A little bit of the same because there are some songs on this playlist.
I ended up with like 55 songs.
Well, I didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
yeah,
6,
it's going to be one of those
I've got
shows.
like 13.
I'm just going to have to pick and choose.
Right. There are a couple of songs on here in particular that are like, no, those were definitely skating rink songs.
Yeah.
What's funny is that the songs, the other ones that I associate so much with like walking into an arcade or something like that.
Yeah,
I still heard those at the skating rink. It's funny how like
it's funny
how like the quote unquote arcade songs made it over to the skating rink, but the skating rink songs didn't really make it over to the arcade.
No,
that was like
not.
Yeah. So that's I didn't like half mine or anything where I'm like, okay, these are the skating rink songs and these are the arcade songs. It really is.
I didn't either. But when I go, okay, this song, you're gonna look at me and be like, that's a skating rink song,
right? Okay, that's fine. Since you have so many, I'm gonna let you rattle off a few right off the bat.
Heart of Glass, Blondie.
Okay, that's a skating rink song.
Yes,
okay.
It is. That was a big one, and it was usually followed by Saturday Night Bay City Rollers.
Okay, that is definitely a skating rink song.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely a skating rink song. And both good songs, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm not as big a fan of that particular Blondie song as I am.
I love Blondie.
I like Blondie,
that one.
but that particular song is not one of my favorites. Like
no,
I'm not a particular fan of that one or The Tide Is High either way. But
no,
like,
I don't like that one.
But like,
really.
Call Me and One Way or Another, those are just phenomenal songs. That's okay.
SAT, you already
nice.
Hey,
I know. Okay. Well, my first one here is definitely a skating rink song.
Okay.
It's the Gap Band with You Dropped a Bomb on Me.
I've got that one on here also. I do have that one on here.
That is a legit skating rink song of now. If I go roller skating, I was like, I'm at the DJ, like I want to hear this song. Like I want to hear this song.
And on either side of that song on my playlist is We Are Family from Sister Sledge.
Yes.
And Get Down on It from Kool and the Gang.
Hey, there you go. That's a good one. So I almost feel like we're probably going to be talking about more skating rink songs than we are arcade songs. But that is another one of those that like I remember hearing at the arcade. It was. I have association with that song with both of those places.
That's just skating rink for me.
How about this one?
Okay.
And I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure which side of the fence this one sits on more.
Okay.
Because it may just be right there in the middle. It's Tom Sawyer by Rush.
That is an arcade song. That is straight up arcade song.
See?
That's the only place I ever heard that song.
See, no, I heard that up here at Rivergate Skate like every Saturday when I was there. So
no, that is straight up arcade song. That's like Centipede playing right there.
It is. I mean, and what was it? Chuck. Remember when it was the Missile Command?
Oh, yeah.
And that was the whole thing with Tom. He was listening to Tom Sawyer because they talked about Rush being the music of the universe.
I used to love playing Missile Command. Absolutely.
But he said Rush is the music of the universe. You know, it was like and that was like the whole like he could listen to it and it was the timing of it and everything.
Yep.
So it's
no, totally. And actually, I've got Tom Sawyer on here also.
Oh, there you go.
That's totally arcade.
Yeah.
Since we're on arcade, I'll go arcade here. Separate ways.
I have that one on here also. Yes,
that's full on arcade.
And it's funny that I have a Journey song on here, but it is straight up an arcade song. It really really is. I again heard it, at the skating rink.
Yeah,
but it definitely I can see playing some Pac-Man or Galaga or something listening to this.
And it's always been an arcade song for me, but. Mm-hmm. In Tron Legacy.
Yes.
You remember when he walks into the arcade?
He walks into Flynn's,
He walks into Flynn's and he hits that switch on.
And that's the song that plays,
and
I know.
Every arcade game in the place comes on and the noise from that.
Right.
And that's the song that's playing. That raised like goosebumps on my arms from that scene because that was my childhood.
Right.
I love that song to this day.
All right, here's another one. I'm going to go and I'll let you determine if this was skating rink or arcade.
Okay.
Because I have legit arguments for both.
Okay.
Eye of the Tiger by Survivor.
Ooh, that's a fence rider.
Mm-hmm.
That is because I've heard it in both places.
Exactly, and that's initially it was arcade. I mean, not arcade. It was skating rink for me initially because that's where But it was one of those things that whenever I would go to Barrel of Fun, and that we had here at Rivergate for a long time, that song always played while I was in there.
Gotcha.
The couple of times that I went to like Gameland, it played while I was in there. It was that type of stuff. So,
see, the arcade we had at the mall in Illinois, it was an independent.
Yes,
and I don't even remember the name of it. But it was 2 rooms. They had a huge room and then they had a small side room.
Right.
But this is one thing that I told Miss Nay about, and she was like, why would you even have a jukebox in an arcade? I was like, no, this place had a jukebox.
Oh, yeah.
And
Gameland was like that.
And it had a killer jukebox.
Yeah. Gameland, it was Gameland Billiards and Games. There was 2 of them. I think there was more than 2 of them, but there was one over here outside of River. Like, it was independent from the mall.
Yeah.
It was up there on...
It's on Rivergate
Parkway, 2 Mile Parkway at the time.
It's what turned into Dougie Ray's later on. Yeah,
for those of you who live around here, But there was also one. Actually, no, there was several of them. There was one that was over on Dickerson Road, also. Over where Broadmoor and Dickerson come in.
Oh,
there was one that was over there. That was the rougher of the 2, obviously, especially back then. But then there was also one near Hickory Hollow. And and that was the whole thing that like that place stayed open, or at least the one over here at Rivergate stayed open for a long time afterwards because it really leaned into the billiard, like the pool tables more than the arcade machines. Like they still had arcade machines, but it was also one of those things where it was like, no, the jukebox was heavy in all of those places.
Oh yeah.
So so that's Eye of the Tiger.
All right,
wound up on all of them. So go ahead.
Skating rink or arcade?
Okay.
Jesse's Girl. Rick Springfield.
I know, and you know what? I don't have an association with either one of those.
Really? Because this is a skating rink.
I would imagine it being more skating rink than arcade.
Yep.
But I personally don't have an association with that one.
Okay.
For either of those. Good song.
Yeah.
Good song, man. I've told this story a few times, whenever we did Augie Stardust and the Trophy Wives, Yeah. It was Rob's 40th birthday, and he loves that song. For whatever reason, he loves that song, And it's funny if you know Rob because he's a punk rock guy from way back,
Go ahead, plug his thing.
I'm going to, but it's that just came out wrong. punkrocksavesllives.org. You can go there and find out some information about his nonprofit that he runs. Is doing some really good work. But we played we put together a set list of like Rob-centric songs.
Sure. Yeah.
And, that was after our friend Bristow had died, and Bristow was a huge Rush fan, so we wound up doing Limelight.
Okay.
Yeah. And, a few other, we did like a Faith No More song, we did all this kind of stuff. You know what song we had the worst time with?
Jesse's
Girl.
Because
of that stupid breakdown in the middle.
It's deceptively easy.
Until you get to that breakdown in the middle.
Exactly,
And
that's
it's
what
like,
I'm saying.
I mean, we made it through Rush with no problems. We made it through all this other stuff. And then we get to Jesse's Girl, and it's like, I'm lost. I have no idea where we're going now.
You think it's just a simple backbeat rock and roll song, and it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. It gets complicated in the middle.
Oh, man.
What you got next?
I have a definite a skating rink song.
Skating rink song?
Houdini, Freaks Come Out at Night.
Yes.
Again, I heard that song in the arcade.
I didn't. That was all skating rink.
But that song is a skating rink song. So.
Well, and it was usually played in tandem with my next song.
Which is?
Parliament Funkadelic, Flashlight.
Oh, yeah. Actually, you know what I associate it with more?
What's that?
Is Kool Moe Dee's Wild Wild West.
Oh, that's a good one, too. Yeah.
I remember hearing both of those around the same time,
Skating rink is where I got my love for Parliament Funkadelic.
Yeah. That skating rink's where I got my love for a lot of music that I wouldn't have normally heard. Here's one for you.
Sure.
This, again, straight up. Matter of fact, I'm going to put both of these songs in here because they're both by the same band.
Okay.
Midnight Star.
Yeah.
Freakazoid.
Yep.
And No Parking on the Dance Floor.
Yep.
Both straight up roller rink songs.
Oh, yeah.
But again, I did hear them over, in the arcade stuff. But those were definitely roller rink songs. Like those were like, no, this is a skating rink. So it's
okay.
Go ahead.
Queen. Another One Bites the Dust.
Yes. You know what? How did I miss that one? Oh, that's right. Yes. I remember hearing that song all the time.
That's both places.
Both places, yes.
Yeah.
Both places, most definitely. Most definitely.
Absolutely. What you got? Skating
Skating
rink or arcade?
We are like barreling through this. This, I don't know. This one, again, kind of rides the fence.
Okay.
Flock of Seagulls with I Ran So Far Away.
Oh, that's more arcade for me.
It's one that I can go, like I said.
I remember hearing it at the skate rink, but that was more arcade for me.
Yeah, it goes both either way on this. It's one of those, like, I remember distinctly hearing it rolling, going around the skating rink.
Yeah.
But it definitely was a arcade. Like, that,
oh, yeah.
It just that takes me right back to the early 80s and sitting there in front of an arcade machine and,
Yeah, I'm going to take a hard left turn.
Okay, here we go. All right.
You tell me which one this is.
Okay.
Juice Newton, Queen of Hearts.
I don't associate that one with either one of those.
That is roller rink.
That is definitely
rink.
It would go to roller rink. That's an odd roller rink one though.
No, I've got. You got
a couple of country songs on there.
You got to remember, my roller rink was in Kentucky.
I'll tell you one that. Here you go. This is actually jumping out of both of these. This is a bowling alley song. Okay?
Oh no! Wait a minute. You didn't mention anything about bowling alleys when we were doing this.
This is a bowling alley song.
Okay.
John Anderson was swinging.
No, that's on my skating rink list right here.
See, no, that was a bowling alley song for me. But I played a lot of arcade games at that bowling alley whenever I would hear that song. So.
No, both Queen of Hearts and Swingin' were roller skating rink.
I get that, yeah.
And both of those they used for like the couple skate type stuff.
No. That yeah. I remember because my parents and my aunt and uncle, we had a while there, like several months of like every Saturday night we went over to Donaldson Bowl, and I was, this is in the early 80s, so I was like 7, 8, 9 years old maybe, stuff.
Yeah.
And so of course, the jukebox was playing what everybody, and swinging was huge.
Oh yeah.
And so I have a lot of standing and playing video games. They had John Anderson, like, and that song would play multiple times an hour.
Oh yeah. See, that was completely a roller skating song for me. Try this one on.
Okay.
Pet Shop Boys, West End Girls.
Arcade.
Yeah.
Definitely arcade for me.
Yeah.
Because by the time that song got big, like that was in 84, 85?
Yeah,
somewhere around in there, in that mid 80s, that would have been, I wasn't going to the skating rink as much by that point as I had been prior, and that would have been where I was most definitely would have been in the arcades.
Okay.
Along that same line, and this is one I don't have on here, but it reminded me, was Relax by Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
Okay.
More skating rink,
yes,
but very much arcade as well.
I can see that.
And very much confusing a very young me. Especially that music video of like, what am I watching here? No. I don't know how to process this.
865 or 867-5309.
Yeah.
/ Jenny.
Yeah, was it Tommy Two-Tone? Is that who it was?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. Where do you have that
roller skating?
Roller skating. I get that. It's funny, like how everything that we were listing is like from like before '85, yes, which makes perfect sense. I guess because like, here's one that skates right. No pun intended.
Skates
right on the line.
Okay.
Depending, because I see this one both ways. David Lee Roth, California Girls.
Ooh. See, I don't associate that with either one.
Really? Oh, yeah. No. I've got that squarely in both of them.
Now, in that same vein, I've got Van Halen with You Really Got Me.
Oh, you went early Van Halen. Okay. You didn't go with like Jump or,
I went with early
Panama
Van
or
something.
And
I actually associate this one more with arcade than I do roller skating rink.
Okay. I get that. Okay. That one, like I said, that particular song by Van Halen doesn't resonate for me. Like I said, if it had been like Jump or Panama,
no, I get that.
That one either one of those would have been either way. You know, I mean, I'll tell you one, and this goes back to a previous episode. I think I've told this story before. But I really loved Quiet Riot's "Come On Feel the Noise."
Oh,
when that hit,
absolutely.
In like was it 83 or 84 or whatever it was?
I'm thinking more like 81, 82.
Loved that song, and it again, either way.
Oh yeah,
could be roller skating, could be the arcade.
See, that's more arcade for me.
But this actually has a tie to both of these things, arcade as well as our previous episode about Showbiz Pizza Place.
Okay.
I remember a few years later being at Showbiz Pizza and walking into the main room where the Rock-Fire Explosion was playing and Billy Bob was singing "Come On Feel the Noise," and I lost all respect from that song from that point on. I was like, and I'm done. It's over.
Oh no! Somebody had reprogrammed the Rock-Fire Express.
Rock-Fire was doing, Explosion was doing, and it was because they did legit songs.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that was their recordings of them, but but they had done a Rock-Fire Explosion, "Come On Feel the Noise," and it was Billy Bob singing it. And in that Billy Bob voice and everything, and I was like, and I no longer have any respect for this song whatsoever. So
I bet what's his name made a pretty, or Quiet Riot made a pretty penny.
I'm
off
sure,
of that,
but the funny thing about
it.
But the thing is that they didn't own that song because that was a cover. That was it Slade that did that song originally.
Somebody made some money.
I think it was Slade, if I'm not mistaken, that had done that. That's originally their song. Right. So,
how about this one? You tell me which one it is.
Okay.
Asia, Heat of the Moment.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
See, that's all arcade for me.
That is a tough one. It would have to be arcade. It would, but it's still, I do have very distinct memories of roller skating to that song.
I love Asia. It's a crazy band, but I love them.
Here you go. And again, this can go.
Yeah.
Beat It by Michael Jackson.
Oh, see, yeah.
Now, I very much that was roller skating.
I feel more roller skate than arcade on that one, but it showed up over in the arcade. It still
showed up in the arcade.
Absolutely.
A lot. And, it was just Michael Jackson ruled 1983. That was, and then Prince ruled 1984. So it was,
yeah.
Which I have Let's Go Crazy on here because
see, that one should have been on here. I didn't put that one on.
Let's Go Crazy is a definite. I have more arcade on that one, but not arcade, but a roller skating. But that one definitely made it over in the arcade.
Yeah.
That was a legit contender over there. So, what do you got next?
Eurythmics, Sweet Dreams.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
That's all arcade for me.
I know that is a tough one for me because I have to admit that's more skating rink.
Really?
Yeah. Because that's like early days of MTV, Friday Night Videos.
Yes.
And when I think about that era of especially Friday Night Videos, because we didn't have cable yet.
Yes, exactly.
That is more of a skating rink time.
Okay.
And it's funny how even because the arcade crash happened in '83. That was the video game crash across the board. It's not just arcades, but also mainly it's associated with Atari, because that was the big thing, is there was just so many games that were coming out. Part of the reason that Nintendo, when the NES was released, had that Nintendo seal of approval that was on the outside, because they wanted to control the quality of the games that was making it over onto their consoles, so you didn't wind up in another situation like Atari where everybody was making stuff and there was a lot of it was just complete crap,
junk.
Yes, and don't get me wrong, a couple of those junk games I really still love today.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely.
And they were complete. They weren't even made by studios you would even recognize, type stuff. It's just who? Yeah, but. So, by the time that I really started playing a lot of arcade games, was when the heyday of the arcades were on the it was waning. It was one of those.
I get it.
And actually going into arcades and that kind of stuff, because that was by the time that I was 10, 11, 12 years old. It was one of those things that there was still a market for it, but it wasn't what it once was.
I guess that's where I'm fortunate from, by living in Illinois that had that independent arcade. Guy in the mall,
right?
I was going to the arcade, halfway through high school, and they were still bringing in new games, and
right. And that's again going back to Barrel of Fun, which Barrel of Fun was a franchise. It was around a lot of places, in a lot of malls.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then I think it became Cyberstation after that, and there was another one that was called Tilt, and that kind of stuff.
It was Cyberstation back. I know at Rivergate.
By the time you would have got by the time the '90s rolled around, it was Cyberstation,
and it was down there next
on the very end. I know next to across
Sports Seasons.
Yes,
and then it turned into a Tilt later on.
Yeah, and that was but that was the same location that was Barrel of Fun to begin with, and then it became Cyberstation, then it became Tilt, and then it was gone. But that was outside of Showbiz Pizza was kind of my Showbiz Pizza and the skating rink were the two, this is where I play video games for a long time. Outside of a random market, somewhere Hills Department Store had a couple arcade games. They had a Q*bert and a couple of things. I used to love playing Q*bert up there. So outside of that kind of stuff, it was those two places. And then whenever I really kind of started going to the mall was when I started playing a lot of, in all of that, and then finding other places.
So what's your next song?
Sorry, I know I was talking about a lot of stuff there, but that's what I was getting with is why so much of mine is arcade related with these songs, because that's where I heard. And then after a certain point, it's like, no, this is where those songs came in. My next one. Where am I? Cameo with Word Up.
Yeah, that's a skating rink song.
That is a skating rink song, very much. My next two are also skating rink songs, but I'm going to go ahead and let you go.
No, go ahead. What are they? I'll let you sneak in here. I've got like 55 songs to pick from.
El DeBarge with, DeBarge with Rhythm of the Night.
Okay. I don't really have a relationship with
that is definitely a skating rink song for me.
I can see that.
And the other one is Rockwell with Somebody's Watching Me.
Absolutely skating rink
Absolutely
song.
skating rink song. So that is a... Yep, here we are. So, what do you got?
Duran Duran, The Reflex.
That's a skating rink song for me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an arcade song for me.
You know what's an arcade song for me that's Duran Duran, though? The View to a Kill.
Yeah, I can see that.
View to a Kill was definitely was one I heard at the arcade quite a bit. So
I get that. What you got next?
I only have one more song listed, but I just thought of another good one that I can't think. And this one, Animotion with Obsession.
Ooh, arcade song.
Very much an arcade song. Now, again, it had some crossover, but that is very much an arcade song. You know,
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, that and then that when it it gets that intro, and then it comes in and you got that synth that it's so cool.
Okay, I'm gonna just start reading off songs and you tell me which is which. Men at Work, who can it be?
That's got to be roller skating song.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
That's got to be a roller skating song. But I do like that song.
I like Men at Work. Very much so.
My favorite Men at Work song is Overkill. That is a great song.
Yes. Have you heard the acoustic version from Laszlo Bain?
No. Wait, is that their lead singer? What's the guy? Okay, the reason why I'm asking that, the acoustic version of that I've heard is the lead singer from Men at Work.
Yeah,
that was on Scrubs. Did you ever see that? He was a, because he did the music for Scrubs, like the lead, like the
I had no idea.
That was him. And so there's an episode where he's actually someone who died at the hospital, and they're taking him through, and he's singing Overkill.
Okay.
And it's one of those things that like only is it JD? Is that the main character's name?
I don't know. That's not a show I watched a lot.
Anyways, but like he's seeing him sing, and he's playing, and like he keeps walking, and like he's like sitting outside the hospital after he goes to the morgue, and he's like out there with his acoustic, like singing the song, and JD walks by and looks at him and was like, "Is anybody else seeing this?" It's just kind of like that. But yeah, so no, I haven't heard the version you're talking about. So, but that is my favorite song by them.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
Soft Cell, Tainted Love.
Ooh, that's a roller skating song.
No, that's an arcade song for me.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, I get it, but it's
yeah, that was an arcade song for me.
Wow.
How about The Clash, Rockin' the Casbah?
Rock the Casbah is, I don't have any affiliation either way with that one. No.
Okay. That was a, believe it or not, that was a roller skating song.
Okay, that. Go ahead. I've got one.
Okay.
I've got one that I just remembered that I didn't write down here.
Yep.
Wipeout by Fat Boys.
Oh, that's a roller skating.
That's a roller skating song.
Yeah, that's a roller skating
Fat
song.
Boys and the Beach Boys. Yep. Actually, several of their that and Stick It and like all. I'm like, no, those are like roller skating.
Oh
songs,
yeah, they are.
It's,
yeah, they are. Nina.
99 Love Balloons. Ooh, that's a good one. We probably should have just set this up as a debate on all these songs. Is this a roller skating song or is this an arcade song? Oh, that's a tough one.
Okay, so I'm going to turn the episode a little bit and be like, roller skating song or arcade song?
Yeah, I know. It's God, that's an arcade song.
That's an arcade
song.
That's a 100%
don't get me
arcade
wrong.
song.
It was a roller skating song, but that was an arcade song.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was.
Yeah, I know. I just.
All right, Styx, Mr. Roboto.
Mr. Roboto. That was a roller skating song.
Absolutely,
absolutely a roller skating song. I thought about that one also, where I was like, but I don't like that song.
Really?
No.
You're not a big Styx fan
I do
anyway.
not like Styx.
I'm kind of hit or miss with Styx.
Styx and Journey and Foreigner and REO Speedwagon.
Oh, you're not gonna like some of the choices I've got in here.
Who are some of those?
How about this one? Doobie Brothers. Long Train Running.
Really?
Yeah.
That's taking a serious step back.
I remember this one from my childhood.
Really? I don't know.
That's roller skating rink.
I don't have any association with that one whatsoever.
That's roller skating rink.
I didn't really get into Doobie Brothers until later.
You got to remember, Kentucky is where
Yeah.
I did the majority of my roller skating. That in Illinois, because a lot of times they still had decent roller skating rinks in Illinois, and a lot of times the nostalgia of it. Everybody like, oh, let's go to the skating rink.
Right.
You'd have a bunch of older folks in there being like, hey, play this one.
Mm-hmm. Do you
How about this one?
Okay.
Foreigner. Jukebox Hero.
That's an arcade game. That's an arcade.
Really? That's arcade for you?
That would have to be arcade.
Okay.
Is that roller skating for you?
It was roller skating
really?
for me.
Again, I don't have a whole lot of. There are very specific, I like the Romantics with Talking in Your Sleep.
That's on my list.
Okay, yeah. See, that's a roller skating song.
Really?
Yeah.
That was arcade for me.
Really? Wow. Now that was definitely a roller skating at that point.
All right, I'm going to give you a softball then.
Okay.
Charlie Daniels Band.
Devil
Went Down to Georgia.
That would probably be an arcade.
That's roller skating. Right?
No, not around here. It wasn't.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was some country crossover.
Yeah.
For the roller skate, especially Islands in the Stream.
Really?
Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers.
Don't see that.
Or Mountain Music by Alabama.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard that one at the roller skating rink.
It was stuff like that. It's stuff that you would that had some crossover into the pop, like in the mainstream a little more.
I get that.
Even living here in Nashville, it wasn't like oh look, we're playing, whatever. I mean, I remember only a couple times hearing Country Boy Can Survive at the skating rink.
Really?
Yeah, but it was so out of place. Like even then, it was like
I don't remember hearing that one at all.
That's kind of a.
What about this one?
Okay,
Pete Townsend. Let My Love Open the Door.
My Love Open the Door. Again, I don't have any association with that one.
Really?
No.
That's a roller skating rink song.
How about
me.
this one?
Okay.
How about The Warrior by Scandal?
Ooh. I think I heard that one more at the roller skating rink than I did the arcade.
That had a lot of crossover appeal between the two of those for me. I did hear it more at the skating rink because I was at the skating rink more when that song was big.
Yeah.
But that was definitely when that came on, it's at the arcade. That was a good song.
Styx. Too Much Time on My Hands.
I don't have any association with that one.
Really?
No.
That's arcade for me.
Arcade, really?
Yeah.
How about Round and Round by Rat?
That's more arcade for me.
Yeah.
That's
although it's a
arcade.
perfect song for roller skating going round and round,
is.
It's
But I remember hearing it at the arcade more.
Yeah.
Here's one that I remember hearing as a kid at the roller skating rink quite a bit. ELO, Mr. Blue Sky.
No, I don't have anything on that one. Here's one for you.
Okay.
Thriller by Michael Jackson.
Roller skating rink.
Really?
Yeah.
I have equal on both of those.
Really?
Now, that was always when I was at the roller skating rink when that song came on. That was like, oh God, everybody get on the floor. We got to go.
Oh yeah.
But I legitimately remember being in the arcade also, like, and hearing that song come on. And like it was. You got to remember, arcades were dark. There was a lot of neon. There were black lights. There was, I mean, it was that type of stuff. So when that song hit inside of inside of an arcade like that, it hit hard.
Oh yeah.
So because just the eerie, the supernatural element of the song, and everything. So it made perfect sense.
Okay. What about Matthew Wilder? Break My Stride.
Oh. That's definitely a roller rink. That is definitely a roller rink. That is and I love that song.
Oh, yeah, that's
as
a great
cheesy
song.
as it is, I love that song. Something we haven't talked. I mean, especially, and this would be a very specific for roller rinks, is the couple skate. Like, what songs were like?
Ooh, see, that would be hard because.
I never couple skate. I'll admit it. I was not. Skated. I just
couple skate meant immediately I'm going over to the arcade games
pretty much.
To play arcade games.
Yeah, pretty much. But I do have associations with certain songs.
Really, I don't.
That were playing while that was going on.
Okay.
Like Up Where We Belong.
Oh yeah.
Joe Cocker and who was the woman that sang on that?
I have no idea.
Kim Carnes, is that right? I think it was Kim Carnes. Or I Can't Fight This Feeling Anymore by REO Speedwagon.
I almost put some REO on this.
Or The Search Is Over by Survivor.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Or anything by Chicago. In that era, the Peter Cetera era, but actually, I tell you,
you're the inspiration.
Yeah, but no, actually, a really good one for that I'm thinking of right now is what was the song that he did for the Karate Kid 2?
Oh,
I am a man who would fight for you.
Yeah, I know what you're
Glory
talking.
of Love.
Yeah.
That's yeah. All those, or the Almost Paradise, and all that type of stuff. Was like, I didn't skate to any of those.
Nope. Okay, what about this one?
Okay,
which one is this one? The Hooters, and we danced.
And we danced like a wave on the ocean romance.
Yes.
That's. That can kind of go either way.
It could,
but it's more of a skating rink.
Yes,
it really is.
Yes,
that's.
It is. How about Till Tuesday? Voices Carry.
Ooh. I don't know.
That's an arcade song for me.
Really? See, I was going to say, because I have more of a roller rink association with that.
Yeah.
Because of that's just where I heard that song more.
No, I understand.
Same thing with, I found this one funny, because this was kind of controversial at the time, was Marvin Gaye's Sexual Healing.
That was a couple skate song.
Not necessarily, but it was definitely one of those, like, at the time I didn't get it as much, but like looking back on it now, I was like, wow, that was kind of inappropriate to play
at skating rink.
The skating rink in the afternoon when it was just a bunch of kids there. It's
Simple Minds.
Don't you forget about me.
Don't you forget about me.
That is a roller skating song. That is definitely a roller rink song.
All right, here's one that's kind of out of left field.
All right,
John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band.
Yeah,
On the Dark Side.
I'll be honest, that was probably more arcade for me.
Really? Because that was a roller skating song for me. Yeah. Yep. You were talking about like speed skating. How about the Cars? You might think.
That was a good one. I was going to say, the Cars also had another couple skate, Drive.
Yeah. Yep.
You might think is definitely a roller skating for me.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That's that's actually an arcade song for me.
Okay.
Same as Pat Benatar with "Love Is a Battlefield."
I was gonna bring up Pat Benatar with "Love Is a Battlefield."
That was an arcade song for me, also.
That was a little of both on that one.
Yeah, I can see that.
Madonna with "Borderline."
Oh, see that's kind of a fence sitter for me. I
Really?
can see that going either way.
That one, "Borderline" is more of a, no pun intended, "Borderline" is more of a roller rink for me, but "Lucky Star" is more of an arcade.
I can see that.
That's and I love that first Madonna album. That first Madonna album is good.
Okay.
And we talked about it in in our albums that had like multiple releases off of them, whatever episode that was and whatever it was called, because you go back and look, and I think it had like either 6 or 7 singles off of that one album.
Yeah.
So
Bananarama.
Oh no, that's Roller Rink.
Cruel Summer.
Roller Rink all the way.
All the way.
All the way. That is Roller Rink. Go ahead.
Prince's When Doves Cry.
That is Roller Rink.
See, that's arcade for me.
Here's one for you.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Arcade. Full on arcade.
That is full on arcade. There is the Roller Rink crossover there, but that is more, I do associate that more with the arcade than I do
Okay.
the
What
Roller
about
Rink.
this one?
Mm-hmm.
The Tubes. She's a Beauty.
I don't really on
Really?
that one. No, I don't remember that one being in rotation anywhere.
See, that's
on
a roller.
either one of
That's a
those.
roller skating rink.
How
for
about
me.
this one?
Okay.
Huey Lewis, I Want a New Drug.
That's actually on my list right here. Right here.
Yeah.
And that's an arcade song for me.
That one is a fence sitter, honestly. It's
Really?
it's right down the line on that one.
Okay. ELO again. Don't Bring Me Down.
Don't Bring Me Down is a roller skating song.
Yes.
That is most definitely a roller skating song.
Yep.
Yes. I'm trying to remember. Of
think-
course, I'm like way off my list at this point, especially since we changed what the actual topic
The
of this thing
direction of it a
is.
little bit. And I'm actually
And I
kind
like
of,
this. This is, yeah.
I'm actually kind of off of my list at this point. I don't have much left. How about Centerfold, Jay Giles Band?
That would definitely be a roller rink for me.
Really?
Yeah. That song is definitely roller rink for me. What about you?
I can see that, but it was kind of both for me, arcade and roller rink.
How about I'm gonna have to look up because I can't pull the artist names right off the top of my head.
I get that. You're getting old.
Yeah, there is okay. Dan Hartman.
Oh,
I Can Dream About You.
I don't think I know that song.
You do know that song.
I do.
I can dream about
Oh,
you.
that's a roller
if I
skating
can't
rink song.
hold you tonight.
That's a skate rink song. Yeah.
Yes. That is that song definitely has the
Billy Idol,
which one?
White Wedding.
That song I think that was probably more arcade for me. Here's one for you. Murray Head. One Night in Bangkok.
Oh, that's arcade.
Yes.
That is full on arcade.
Absolutely. That is arcade.
As well as Major Tom Coming Home.
Oh, yes. Yes, that is a good one also.
Yep.
Oh, man, that is a great one.
Here you go. Robert Palmer, Addicted to Love.
That's more arcade
Yes,
for me.
that's arcade.
It's funny how like when you get into something that actually has like a guitar riff to it or something, I'm thinking a lot more of arcade than I am.
Yeah.
It's like the Jacksons with Torture.
Yeah.
That song is like I remember hearing that at the skating rink whenever that was released, but that was more of an arcade song for me than any of those. Any of that like early, like we were talking about like Rat with like Round and Round or Come On Feel the Noise, or I'm trying to think some of those other like early
Poison.
By that point,
really?
No,
because some of the early Poison off that first album
really?
are arcade for me.
No, not for me. I mean, that was by that point I was kind of I was still playing arcade games, but not like I was previously, and I definitely had not been to the skating rink in a few years by that, because that was junior high school. How
about The Fix? One thing leads to another. You don't have an association with
I don't.
That's a roller skating rink song for me. I'm
trying to think some, because it's like like when I was talking about like let me pull this up here real quick. When I was talking about like talking about stuff like Freakazoid or The Freaks Come Out at Night, or Wild Wild West, there was a lot of early hip hop, like Run DMC, like It's Tricky or King of Rock, that kind of stuff that I really associate with the skating rink quite a bit. Like I was exposed to a lot of that stuff there. That I wasn't.
Think a lot of that is very regional. Also,
it could be.
Where I was the main two places that I was roller skating at were Kentucky and Illinois, which were more rural areas.
Yeah.
So you were getting a lot of more rock,
and country and
that type of thing, and a smattering of the
that was one of the
cool
cool things over at especially here at Rivergate Skate.
Yeah, you had a better blend.
There was a major blend of stuff. I mean, you get the R&B and the funk and in the early hip hop. And I like hearing The Message. I remember hearing The Message for the first time there, or Jam on It, JJ Fab, and trying to think of some of those other stuff. It was a lot of that. So early LL Cool J stuff, and like I say, like Run DMC, like pre-Walk This Way, like this stuff, was like. Is it King of Rock or
you know which one that we didn't mention that should be on both our lists? Sugar Hill Gang.
Yeah, what's funny is that song in particular. It was I'd heard it, way back, but it wasn't until like years later that song really like took off for me.
Really?
Yeah, because it was like there was a big,
even
all of
at
a
the
sudden,
little skating rink in Kentucky, I remember hearing that song.
Yeah, and but I remember like the Irene Cara song, like Breakdancing.
Oh,
you remember that one? Or they're playing basketball. I forget who did that one exactly, but it was a lot of this like early '80s hip hop stuff that was like really starting to come on the scene. Roxanne, all that kind of stuff, and it was really cool.
A lot of that old 808.
It really
drum machine.
There was
stuff.
a lot of that kind of stuff. The Bridge.
Such a good song.
I know, that kind of stuff where it was like, and I remember like my parents really being concerned with me listening to a lot of that, and which is funny to go back and listen to it because there's really nothing offensive to it whatsoever. But it was just this new, like, what is this?
Yeah.
And it's funny because they were so concerned with me like starting to get into that. And then I took a complete left turn on them and went straight into heavy metal. It's like,
well, I mean, really, if you think about it, those two genres, both were being
in the
kids
80s,
are being drawn to
in
both
the
of
80s. It was one of those things where both of that, the hip hop and heavy metal, were scaring the complete bejesus out of middle America and parents, and punk rock also. Which is funny now because if you like pick up my phone and start going through my music on there,
it's
all punk and metal and hip hop, and it's like
I'm the same way. That Judgment Night soundtrack was kind of like the ultimate culmination of scariness.
And as well as a lot of other. I mean, they're just you had the Walk This Way, and you would have
the Anthrax PE.
That was a little bit later, but like it wasn't just, it was like, like when License to Ill was released, and all of a sudden you have like Kerry King playing on, of course they were sampling like, Led Zeppelin and stuff like that. And, and so you have like, Fight for Your Right to Party, and it's got guitar in it, and, like these very guitar driven, stuff. And so it was like one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, so this is going to be a thing for a while, It's like
absolutely.
And it was kind of one of those. Again, we're completely off topic, but it was one of those things. Especially a lot of people, a lot of parents, especially, I think, hoped more than anything that rap was going to be a
flash in the pan.
It was going to be a flash in the pan. It was going, and you got to remember, like at the time, the stuff that was, like I said, LL Cool J. He was like 15 years old, and none of his stuff was controversial by any stretch of imagination. The Fat Boys and Run DMC, as much as I love Run DMC, and they did like kind of lean more into the gangster stuff a little later, but initially it was just kind of like like I said, It's Tricky or King of Rock or Rock Box or any number of things like that they were doing that was just like, oh no, this is good, and I don't mean that to sound not derisive at all. I mean, it was good stuff, but they went a little heavier later, and so what was it, Mary Mary, and some of that stuff, but it's really funny to look back on that and see like how scared people were.
Everybody
of it.
was, yeah.
This is pre-gangster rap, okay? This is before that stuff hit.
NWA hadn't even come around yet.
NWA wasn't around yet. PE was around, but they weren't quite out there like they would be in a couple of years.
The closest you had to anything like that would be like Boogie Down Productions.
Yeah, but
Cool Mo D.
Cool Mo D. You had Cool Mo D. You had
Eric B. and Rakim.
What was the guy? Not Cool Mo. The other one. Big Daddy Kane.
Oh,
Big Daddy Kane.
Yep.
And then you had, and then all of a sudden you've got Me So Horny.
Two Live Crew. Yeah.
And that was when
everybody freaked out about that.
When Ice-T, I remember when Ice-T first came on the scene. He was in that movie, was it Crush Groove? I think it was. Like, he performs in it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of one of those like, okay, this guy's a little different than this other stuff that I've heard. And then, he was really leaning into the streets.
Oh, yeah.
Virgin,
that kind of stuff. That's kind of where he came from.
And then, like
anyway.
I said, Public Enemy, he was doing this thing. And it was Two Live Crew.
Forget about Africa Bambaataa.
Oh, yeah, obviously. But it was Two Live Crew and then NWA that really like freaked out everybody of like, what in the world is going on here? And of course the kids were like, give me more, I want all of this and then some. This is also, both of those acts were like right on the heels of the PMRC.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was the PMRC was already set in motion. Two Live Crew was the thing that kind of pushed it over the edge.
PMRC was actually coming after the metal bands.
That's where they started. That's where it started.
And Two Live Crew showed up, and they were like, "Whoa!"
If you look at their most wanted list or whatever, they were on there. Prince was on there. I mean, it was like, what was they called it? Was it the Dirty Dozen or whatever it was? Like their songs, and that guy's like, Darling Nikki, obviously. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. But it was still one of those things where like, yeah, they were going after, again, the things that were scaring parents. Yeah. And, that's the PMRC, parents, what was it?
It was Parents Music Resource Center or something
whatever.
Like that.
But it was still one of those things where it was like, no, you're wanting to ban music is what it comes down to. And, and
there's that ugly censorship thing that we keep harping on.
I know. Imagine this. It was Al Gore's wife. You
didn't say that loud enough.
Yeah, it was Al Gore's wife. Chipper Gore was the one that got all this crap
just
started.
Just in case you didn't miss him kind of bumbling over it. Chipper Gore.
Yeah, just...
Al Gore's wife.
Yes, ex-wife now. But
I didn't realize they had
you
split
remember
up.
that?
Nope.
Yeah, because he was accused of
a bunch of different things.
But he was accused of, what was it? Misconduct at a massage parlor. And
is he part of that massage parlor?
Not
crew
that.
got
This was a different. This has been years back, but she wound up divorcing him because of it. So.
Okay.
No, but it was. What was this? So the PMRC is going after metal and hip hop, and punk, and anything that that wasn't quote unquote family friendly.
That's scary.
Yeah, but it is one of those things that a lot of people made the statement of. I remember like Aerosmith when they won a VMA. I think it was in like '88 or whatever it was, thanking Tipper Gore
for doubling their album.
Yeah, basically saying they want to thank Tipper Gore for. All we got to do is throw a sticker on an album. We can sell a couple million more albums. I mean, it's like, and that's exactly what it was. I had a T-shirt that had that parental advisory sticker on.
We all did it.
And of course, my parents are like, "Well, what is that supposed to mean?" I'm just like, "It means screw you, Dad." It's like,
well, the most amazing thing about that was they invited Dee Snider of Twisted Sister to come in, thinking they were going to embarrass the crap out of him, and he walked in and basically shredded their argument.
Exactly, and it was just that is an interesting that whole those
congressional
hearings. But what's funny is that even after all of that, Two Live Crew were actually arrested. Their albums were banned in the state of Florida.
Well, not just the state of Florida, a certain county.
Right.
And it's the county that all musicians have had a problem going all the way back into the 60s. And it's Broward County, Florida.
And who was the district attorney there that brought that did that?
I forget, actually.
Janet Reno.
Oh, that's right. It was the Reno.
Yes, it was Janet Reno.
Seriously, she was involved in some other thing that was a complete scandal, wasn't it? What was
Waco?
That? Oh, that's right.
Waco?
Waco.
The Branch Davidians killed a bunch of people. Yeah.
Which, they're trying to get the guy who basically burnt that place down in as the head of the ATF now, which is ridiculous.
I know. And that's we're gonna get a whole kind of politics.
Okay,
we start getting that.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those. It's that old saying: "There's nothing new under the sun." They're just they if they can't get you one way, they're going to get you another. Is what it comes down to. And the whole thing is that at the time in the late '80s and in the early '90s, the idea of censorship was so disdainful that it legitimately was one of those things where a lot of people are like, look, I don't like this, but I'm not going to tell somebody they can't listen to it.
Yep.
Hey, why don't we put up a couple of barriers to make sure that kids don't get a hold of it, even though they're not legal barriers? That's the whole thing. That little sticker that was on there, there's no legality behind that.
No.
You could, if a kid walked in and you sold it to them, there's no legal. You're not legally bound by that.
But good luck finding a record store that would actually sell that album to you.
There was that kind of stuff,
and
also there was a lot of because I worked in a record store for a while, and kids coming in and wanting something, and I'm like, is your mom with you? Well, she sent me a look. Just send your mom in, And the thing is every time they comes like, look. I know you sent your kid in here, to buy this album, but I don't want him coming. It's a covering my ass thing. I don't want to send him out of here with this thing, and then you come back 2 hours later screaming at me for selling this to your kid.
Yeah,
that's.
I don't get paid enough to deal with parents.
Exactly. It's like I do not get paid enough to deal with that. I had the same thing with when I was working for buybacks when we were in the video games.
Yeah,
and it's one of those things again. If a 7-year-old comes in and wants to buy Grand Theft Auto, I'm like,
go get your mom.
Bring them back in.
Let me talk to her because I don't get paid enough to deal with a Karen coming back too late, 2 years later.
Couple times that there was a couple of times that the moms came back in and was like, "What's the big deal?" I was like, "Do you know what is in this game?" "What do you mean it's a video game?" and then show them blood and gore and sexual attention, blah blah blah, that kind of stuff. They're like, oh no, you're not getting this game. It's like,
wait, you didn't even have to do that. You could have just looked at him and said, it's possible in this game to kill a prostitute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, it's possible to have sex with a prostitute, then kill her and get your money back. That's how that game worked. And you got your health back whenever you had sex with her.
Okay, you've played this game way too much. I've not played this game.
When I was married to my first wife, okay, the first year that we were married was when Grand Theft Auto San Andreas came out. Okay. And she got it for me for, I can't remember if it was Christmas or my birthday.
Your ex-wife actually bought this game
got
for you?
This for me because it was one of those things I'd been talking about it or something. You know? And I mean, my first wife was cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. But she got, so anyways, well, I'm sitting there.
Transparency. Mm-hmm. I have on occasion still talk to your
I know you
your
still talk
ex-wife.
to my ex-wife. That's fine. I have no problems with that. It's funny that fast forward like a month or so.
Sure.
So I'm sitting here playing one day, and she was getting ready to go to work. It was like a Saturday or something, and she's getting ready to go to work. I think she was working retail. She comes through, and I'm just like mowing people down in this game. And she comes in and she's like, "What are you playing?" It's like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. And she was like, "Where did you get that?" I was like, "You bought it for me." And I stopped. I was like, I'm having flashbacks to when I was a kid.
This is the same ex-wife that you tried to sell to Chuck E. Cheese.
This is the same one that I tried to sell
tokens,
for tokens at Chuck E. Cheese. I have a lot of stories about that wife that
I'm starting to see
that
why
I
you
guarantee
ended up divorced at this
there's
point.
A lot of reasons why we wound up divorced, and most of them were my fault. I admit that.
Sorry, couldn't help poke the bear.
That is, I fully accept responsibility for that marriage falling apart. So that's
okay. On that note, we want to thank you guys for coming by and listening to us ramble about
us doing what we do. We start off on one topic and
end up 3 states over.
Yeah, pretty much. We're lucky if it's only 3 states over. So. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. I don't know that I'm going to necessarily do a playlist for this one because we went
you do the playlist.
This is going to be a very, very big playlist. I'm definitely not dropping all the music in on this one because that would take me like all week. And I guarantee you we would get copyright strikes on this one.
We're going to get copyright strikes. So guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. Look for us over on Discord, Instagram, Facebook. Yes. All of it's tied together. There is a web address to where you go over and
you can actually email us. Our email address is projectgenxpod@gmail.com. It will be in the notes as well.
Probably the easiest way to get a hold of us is that Discord server. And there's a link to that over on the Facebook page, and there'll be one here in the show notes.
Yes, there will be. There'll be links to all this stuff in the show notes. And we thank you so much. And we're going to say this from now until it happens. Oktoberfest right around the corner. We are, as we are recording this, how many days are we from Halloween?
Oh, wait, there's an app for that. If
actually,
I know where my phone is.
No, just talk for a second.
Hold on, where's my phone? Where did my phone go? He's gone to the calendar. He's looking at the calendar. How many days is it, my friend?
As of when we're recording this, of course, that will be different than when it's actually posted, but as of when we are recording this, 56 days until Halloween.
Ooh, it's getting close.
I know, we're less than 2 months away. So
you know what that means.
Pumpkin spice everywhere.
That and the fact that we're going to gain another 10-15 pounds for eating all the Halloween
candy.
candy.
I have already, I don't even want to talk about it. I went to the doctor. I had to have a physical because I hadn't had one in well over a decade. And, of course, they draw blood and all that kind of stuff. And so the doctor, it's one of those things, they're sitting there like, if you don't hear anything from us, everything's okay.
He told you
and blah,
you're
blah,
pre-diabetic?
No, not really. What the doctor did tell me was that my cholesterol is high.
Yeah.
And she's running down the list of stop eating this and this and this and this, and then she was like, look, as far as your glucose goes, we like you to be at a 5.7 or whatever it is,
They want you to be around a 6 or lower.
I'm at 5.8. And so she's like, it's one of those things. She's like, it's not, but you need to, lay off sugar and this and that, and blah blah blah. And I just finally, after a while, I was like, so you just basically don't want me to eat anything that tastes good, is what it comes down to. That's the.
And here's the bad thing.
And I wanted to like give her, and because I know she would thought it was an excuse, but Dave knows this, that I've been like, I've been working out again for the last few months.
Yeah.
And in doing that and trying to build muscle, I have been eating a lot of meat.
Yes.
And a lot less fiber and that kind of stuff. So that has a lot to do with the fact with my cholesterol being higher.
Actually, not really.
Cholesterol comes from so many different places. I don't. Why are we talking about this in the podcast?
You brought it up.
I know.
You brought it up. No, the sugar thing. I know
you're diabetic.
I'm type 2 diabetic,
right.
and I fight.
Both of my parents are type 2 diabetics.
I absolutely fight to try to get my blood sugar, my A1C down to like a 7, and it hasn't seen even anywhere close to that in a very long time.
Yeah.
And Halloween's here, and I'm screwed.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm just flat screwed.
We went to Halloween Express because Halloween Express opened over here. Spirit has not opened yet. It is being constructed as of right now.
I need Spirit to open right now.
Yes.
And the fact that they haven't opened in the middle of July, I'm highly upset with them. I need Spirit Halloween to open up a year-round store so I can decorate my house.
I was listening to another podcast the other day that's Halloween related, okay? And they said something really funny on there. This was the Halloween is Forever podcast, okay? I suggest going and listening to them. It's actually pretty cool. They kind of pick a topic, and they're like, I think they come out like couple times a month or something. I'm sure it'll pick up as Halloween gets here. But they were talking about Halloween costumes, and somebody suggested, somebody should dress as a Spirit Halloween, and they were kind of going through like, what would you dress as to be a Spirit Halloween? But they said, but if you really want to get meta, every time somebody gets up, then you would go over and sit down in their chair.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And they were like, or you could get really meta and have someone dress up as a Toys R Us, and then whenever they get up, you go over and sit down in their chair.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, that's funny. That is, but yeah, go check out the Halloween is Forever podcast. They're pretty cool.
Nice.
They do some pretty deep dive stuff and they kind of debate certain things, and it's kind of fun. So.
That's cool.
So anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to us ramble for an hour-ish and get way up topic and then try to end this thing and then get way off topic again and then try to end it again, and I just keep rambling on and on. So I've had way too much coffee today. So
that's Alan Smith.
And that's Big Dave.
And we'll talk to y'all later.
See ya.